All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Phantom Dance 5. We're getting near the end. Alive in reality. Interesting concepts to consider. Not so many words. Everyone knows what in is, but what is in? Are you in the water? Are you in your life? It is an interesting question. Are you in the house? Are you really in your life? Alive in real? Are you in your reality? What is real for you? What is your reality? What is alive for you? How are you making your choices? How are you moving from your day-to-day experiences if you're looking to change them, if you're looking to continue with them, if you're successful and you want to continue your success, success in relationship, success in money, success in happiness, success in health, all the ways most people look at success. But what is alive? What does it mean to be alive? Does it mean you're making your own choices? Does it mean you're deciding for yourself every moment of every second of every day of every hour what you wish to do is what you wish to do? I would say that's a good definition for me of alive. Do you feel alive when you're at work? It would depend on the work. Do you feel alive when you're doing what you don't really want to do? You probably don't. You probably feel bored or upset, or you have some sort of stress, some sort of disease in that you are not at ease in your life. You're not at ease in your movements. You're not at ease in your happiness, in your body, in your flow. If there's something wrong with your health, you probably don't feel fully alive. If you're half exhausted from, doing tasks you didn't want to do, you probably don't feel alive. So reality, what is reality? That's a good question. I think if you want to be alive in reality, you have to work your way backwards. Maybe make a chart, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil, and write down what reality is for you. I bet you that is an exercise that will shock most of you, as it shocks me. Is reality you have to work? Is reality you have to go to school? Is reality you have to do these 6 things you don't want to do? Is reality you're waiting for your next vacation, which is 3 months or 3 years or 3 days away, your weekend? It's interesting. Where is your happiness? Is it here with you today? Is it somewhere in the future? Is it one day, someday? Someday I'll be happy. Someday I'll be healthy. Someday I'll be free. Someday I'll be rested. Someday I'll have a good relationship. Someday I will wake up in the morning dancing instead of dreading the day to come. What is alive? What is a life? Alive, a life. What is your life? You can write down on the other side what life is for you, what it is supposed to be for you, what you would like. And if you're honest and you want to write it down below exactly what it is and how that is related to what you see a life is, what you see reality is, what you see something you would like your life to be. And the phantom, this is called phantom dance. If you want to put the face on your phantom, you can put in all the negative aspects of life you don't like. I don't like this job. I don't like not having enough sleep. I don't like that I'm unhealthy and however you're unhealthy. I don't like my relationship this way, whether it's with yourself, with your partner if you're married, with your siblings if you have them, with your children if you've made them, with your friends if you have any, all of these things. Your relationship to life, to people, to yourself, to your job, to what you do on a moment by moment basis. Mostly, this is very simple stuff. What's complicated is people noticing that they can change. If you're alive in your reality, you have to see how you're not alive in your reality, meaning you're not doing what you want to do every day. You're not experiencing what you feel you should be experiencing: more adventure, more love, more serenity, more peace, better health. There are no real, if you'll pardon the pun, or wrong answers in this question. Usually it's just you talking to you about what you feel your life could be. And if you're honest, you will see, like, what is reality? This whole BS going on, recently about artificial intelligence, artificial reality. There's no such thing, really. There's just you living your life. And there's rules that are coming, or ideas, or shared concepts or precepts, whether they're coming from your phone or your computer or your friend or a book or a TV or a movie. It's all the same. It's all just information coming, and you decide for yourself whether you want to keep it or allow it to go. If you don't like the information you get from your TV, so to speak, stop watching. If you don't like how your friends are treating you, leave them. Same with every other relationship you have. Alter it, change it, leave it, find something new, go sit by yourself. I've done all of those things. I've had relationships I've had to leave. I've had relationships I've been tossed out of. I've had jobs I've had to leave. I've had jobs I've been tossed out of. I've had a life I had to leave. I had lives I've been tossed out of. And I'm sitting here now, many years later going, isn't it fantastic that nothing that I really truly wanted in my heart stayed with me forever, as in forever to this point in my life? Mostly, though, through my own hands or inactions or actions, I've changed them for myself, meaning I've left jobs, I've left friendships, I've left relationships, I've left countries. I've left all of these things simply because something inside me didn't want to do them anymore. Have I made mistakes? I made a bazillion mistakes. But as I look back on my life, I haven't made any mistakes because everything has brought me to who I am, where I am, and why I am right now. Do I have regrets? I have some sadness over bad choices, let's say. And by bad choices for me, I'll just say unloving actions, whether it's an action or an inaction. If it was an unloving response to some stimuli I was getting, whether it was real or not, in the end, it ended up being for me something that wasn't fully loving. And so I didn't feel I was experiencing who I was alive in my reality, because for me, in my reality, I would like to experience a fully loving reality. And I don't mean other people have to treat me in a certain way. I don't mean other circumstances have to be in a certain way. I don't mean rules or politicians or regulations or anything has to be the way I want them to be. I mean, I'm loving in the face of everything, even if it's horrible. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Doesn't mean I have to want more of it, but I'm loving in the face of it. And so I keep my loving energy high. And by loving, I mean healthy, happy, free, dedicated towards what I feel I want to explore more of, even if I'm not sure what it is at the time. And that's the other thing about being alive in reality. It's okay not to know where you're going. It's okay not to know what's around the corner. It's okay not to know even what you might be doing tomorrow. In fact, some ways it's better. We talked about reclaiming childhood's wonder in the last Phantom Dance. And in that way, if you meditate and sit back and recapitulate, look over your life and see how some of your moments were when you were little, probably you didn't care. You just said, I'm going out to play. It's time to go. And that was it. You didn't care about anything else. Sometimes you saw friends, sometimes you didn't. Sometimes you had a bike, sometimes you didn't. Sometimes you went here, sometimes you didn't. You just kind of went out into the day to see what it had to say. You went out to play. And I would say if you really want to be alive in reality, there's no work involved, there's play, even if it's hard play, right? I work all the time, but it also feels like I'm playing all the time, right? There's lots of stresses that come into my life, like everyone else's life, but it's how you deal with those stresses, which can show you if you're alive in reality or you're a zombie walking through reality. Nothing I can do. I have to go to work. I have some bills to pay. Yes, everyone has bills to pay. Everyone has monetary circumstances that are suggesting to them certain courses of action, let's say. What you do with those suggestions, though, is up to you. You can throw them in the garbage. You can fight them as I used to. You can learn to dance with them as I'm doing currently. You can make romance with them by loving the challenges that are rising and seeing how they can help you become stronger. You can leave relationships, you can start relationships, you can leave jobs, you can start jobs, you can make a new job, you can cut down on what's required in your life. If you feel you want more, sometimes you just have to accept less, in that you don't need the luxuries, or you don't need, the second car, you don't need whatever. The point being, look at what makes you feel you're alive, be honest. Look at what you feel reality is, also be honest. Maybe take some other points of perspective. If you have some heroes, if you have some people you envy, if you have some situations you'd like to go towards, maybe that's the kind of life you feel life should be. And then you see how life isn't, and then you can see the bridge between what is alive and what is reality, and where you are on that bridge, and how you'd like to see or be more alive in a better reality. And by reality, I mean you creating the kind of circumstances for your life without asking anybody's permission, without waiting for something to change, without waiting for more money or more anything. If you're not healthy, take the first step towards getting more healthy. If you need more abundance, take your steps towards getting more abundant. If you're not in a good relationship or you want a better relationship, take the steps towards changing that by changing yourself, by making, even if it's a small action, right? It could be finding $1 more an hour job, if you like. It could be leaving a bad relationship and being lonely for a little while so something good could come. It could be just saying I love you in a nice way with a smile to the next person you meet on the street. It could be changing your location, it could be changing your country, it could be even just changing your shoes. None of it really matters. What really, really, really does matter is what you're making of your life through your own interpretation of how you feel you should be alive. If you're not living the way you wish, whatever that is for you, decide to choose again. Make a choice to do something different. Allow the uncomfortableness to descend. Allow the uncertainty to live with you. Allow the unknown to come dance with you. Allow for magic in your life. By magic, I simply mean something that hasn't happened. Maybe you didn't even imagine it could happen, and yet it does happen. I've seen it all the time in my life by simply allowing the new to be born and giving myself space, saying, it's okay, I don't know this. It's okay, I don't know that. It's okay, I don't know this. But also, I'm going to act towards it. I don't know how to be happier yet. I don't know how to be more abundant yet. I don't know how to have a more loving life yet. But I'm choosing to act more abundant, to act towards love, and to act towards having an exciting, adventurous life. That's what I've decided. That's what you can decide. You can fill in your own definitions of what you feel your reality should be and what you feel life is. And if you're honest, how it's not working or what's not there or what's missing for you. And from going from there to there, even if it doesn't work for a day or two, sometimes I've had to try for years to change certain aspects of what I need, of what I've decided I need to experience in my life that I'm not yet. And accept the challenges. They're yours. Whatever it is, accept your past. It's yours. You can't change it. Accept what's around you as being there. Doesn't mean you have to stay there. And then if you want to make some changes, go for it. And accept the harshness or the hardness or the challenges that come from making those changes, because it's through those experiences you will get to a new level of life. And by level, I mean a higher vibration, a higher experience. Even if it's hard or dark or uncomfortable, that's okay. If you go on an adventure, if you're camping, if you're climbing a mountain, if you're going on a journey even or a tour, you will probably have found, as I have, that some of the most hard experiences have left you with some of the best results. Climb a mountain, it's not easy, you can die, the view is amazing, as an easy example. I've had some really, really, really tough times that in the end you go, this is why I did that. This is why I stopped doing this. This is why I came to be here instead of there. And again, the only way that you can decide if it is good or bad by your own discernment of good and bad is through you sitting with yourself and being honest, talking to your body, talking to your heart, talking to your mind, talking to your intuition, talking to your little self, talking to your future self, taking it all into the big picture and being honest with what alive is, what reality is, and what being even inside these means, and how you can make your own changes if you decide you need them for yourself. All right. Tanzman Dance 5, Alive in Reality. There's one more to come. It's going to be a doozy. Death to Provider. Number 6. I'll get it up probably pretty soon. Thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe. Go to our Autodidactic Alliance. You can do that. There's an event coming in April, live, full4power@gmail.com. That's my email. Send me, if you have any questions or suggestions or more information for anything I've talked about or anything, any of the videos I've shared. I'm happy for all intelligent inquiries. All right, I'm Lorenzo. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all again very, very soon.